What's up everyone, how's it going? I hope you all are having a good day today because today is going to be the start of a new series for the channel which I'm really excited to get into, and this series is going to be called What Makes This Scene Great, as you can see from the title. And basically what it is I'm going to be taking a scene from Star Wars, specifically the really iconic ones, the really popular ones, and just kind of diving into what makes this so great, why do people love this so much? I'm going to be doing ones from the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, as well as the sequels, and just kind of giving my own thoughts and breaking it down, And so I'm really excited to actually get started with this, with today's episode. But first, guys, I just wanted to thank you all for the support on my latest sequel trilogy trailer that I made, the 4K edition one, the special edition, as I called it. You guys seemed to really like it, and I was really proud of it. I was really happy with how it turned out. It did take quite a long time to make, but I enjoyed every bit of it, and so it's really just nice to see that you guys enjoyed it as well, even those that did not like the sequels, those that hated the sequels. I saw a few of you guys comment saying, hey, I don't like these movies, but you did a really great job on that, and so that really means a lot that you guys are being, really open-minded to this, and I'm just really glad you enjoyed it. Plus, Mark Hamill liked the tweet that had the link to it as well, Luke Skywalker himself. I woke up at 4 a.m. one morning, and then I saw that on my phone, and it was quite hard to go back to sleep after seeing that, but it was just a really awesome moment, and, basically what I'm saying is thank you guys for the support. Hope you all enjoy this video, so let's jump right into it. So one of the most iconic things about Star Wars is its lightsaber duels. Each movie in the Skywalker saga has one, and each one brings something new and unique to offer. So for the original trilogy, they were rather slower to an extent, especially for A New Hope, that was very slow, but it also held a lot of tension, and it really focused on the emotion behind it all. While with the prequel trilogy, the fights were very fast-paced and had a lot of action going with them, while many just didn't have as much emotion behind them, like the Yoda vs. Dooku one in Attack of the Clones. That one I felt didn't have a lot of tension or emotion built up with it. Now that doesn't make that one bad by any means, but I just don't find it as important as the others. But then you get to the sequel trilogy fights, and for me at least, they feel like a perfect blend between the other two trilogies. They are fast, but not super over the top or too slow, and they all carry a lot of weight behind each duel. Again, that's just how it feels to me from what I've seen. I know every fan's gonna have a different perspective on it, but let's talk about a certain prequel fight, Battle of the Heroes as we all call it, and what exactly makes it great. When someone asks what is the best lightsaber battle in the saga, that's a question that comes up all the time. Most people will say it's either this one or the duel in The Empire Strikes Back, but personally, my favorite is this one in Revenge of the Sith. But why is that? Why do so many people prefer this one over every single one of the others? And I think to dive into this, we really need to start at the background of everything, where the story is right as this fight is about to happen. Like I said, I feel like lightsaber duels really benefit off of how much tension and emotion is built up beforehand and during it as well. So Anakin Skywalker has now lost everything during this moment, and he betrayed everyone he once loved. The Jedi Order has been destroyed by him and Palpatine in Order 66. After being completely manipulated throughout his entire life, he did some pretty horrible actions, and the only thing he believes he has left is Padme, who is actually the person he is doing all these tragic things for. Like I said, he was manipulated his entire life, kind of shadowed down by Palpatine, and eventually he did give in to him, which is really sad to see. And all he wanted to do was to save her from death, but even Padme rejected him, and after this, it's clear that Anakin truly has nothing. He is at his lowest point ever in his life. But then his former master shows up, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the amount of tension that is built up between the two talking to each other, going back and forth with this argument about how, Anakin feels now that the Jedi are evil, which he does make very good points about the Jedi, but, it doesn't justify the actions that he did. And then Obi-Wan is still kind of trying to get him to come back, but, after Obi-Wan finds out what Anakin did, he kind of doesn't hesitate to kind of go out after him. And so this is when the fight happens. Obi-Wan ignites his saber first, which is something that a Jedi is not supposed to do, so I kind of find that little part interesting. But anyways, the choreography, while, let's be honest, it is extremely over the top, it's just great. It's supposed to be over the top, that's literally the entire point. A lot of people say that it is over choreographed and just looks like a huge dance routine, and while I do agree with that to an extent, I think it is okay for this fight alone and situation, because remember, these two are some of the most powerful and skilled Jedi ever, as well as being each other's master and apprentice. So them using the same moves at each other at times, it makes sense, they taught each other. Obi-Wan showed Anakin how to fight fight with a lightsaber, Obi-Wan showed Anakin his own lightsaber move, so like I said, it just makes sense. Even though I get a lot of people didn't like it, to me it works. But the setting of Mustafar is also a really amazing choice by George Lucas. So the lava exploding all around them and the red tone to everything is a nice sort of metaphor to kind of show the anger and hatred within Anakin. But I really couldn't make this video without talking about the music either. Battle of the Heroes is some of John Williams' best work in his entire career, not just with Star Wars, but his entire career, and that's a pretty hard thing to do considering it's John Williams. But the music, much like everything else, just sort of grasps you whenever you watch the scene and keeps you wanting more. But another design choice that I really like that Lucas did was the decision to keep Anakin's blue saber. So in early drafts and, different concepts and stuff, there was the possibility of getting him his red one. Which, yeah, that does look really cool. As you can see here, someone made an edit of editing Anakin's blue lightsaber to red and just looks really awesome. I really like the look of it. But to be fair, for one, it is pretty hard to get a red lightsaber to stand out on a red and orange planet. And it's also very fitting to have two blue lightsabers go up against each other during this time, and considering the circumstances that have taken place. We all know that in the Star Wars universe and kind of just the normal world as a whole, that blue is a representation of good and red is a metaphor for something being evil. But in this case, it makes us realize that the Jedi are gone and that the blue color for the light side no longer matters anymore or even exists. And so I kind of find that to be a nice touch to see two blue lightsabers, what was supposed to represent the light and the good, just go at each other. But the duel goes on for quite some time, and like I said, the choreography is really well done, but it is the longest fight in the entire saga, and a lot of people have a problem with that, and I kind of understand that. But whenever the ending comes, everything is completely worth it, because Kenobi is forced to nearly kill the person who he considered at one point to be his brother, which brings us one of, if not the saddest moment in the entire franchise. We all know which one this is. No, not Kenobi claiming he has the high ground, but it's Obi-Wan telling Anakin he loved him, and you can just see the remorse in his eyes, and he just feels like he failed, which in ways he did as his master, and so he just realizes that at that moment, and Anakin is just helpless on the ground, struggling to stay alive, being burnt by the fire from the lava. And that aspect is something I really like, is you can kind of look at the fire as the sort of dark side, and it's completely taken over him, as you can see, and he will be forever scarred, and at this point, from this metaphor, there's no going back. But yeah, this is just really probably the saddest moment for me in Star Wars. It was just very well acted. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen did an amazing job with this, and it really added so much more to the movie. And that right there, for the most part, is why the Battle of the Heroes is such a great scene in the Star Wars saga. I'm sure I missed a few different points and stuff that I could have made, so guys, go ahead and comment down below your thoughts on this. What to you makes this scene great? If this is your favorite lightsaber duel, why is that? Just comment down below. I'd love to hear you guys' comments. But guys, I hope you all enjoyed the first episode to my new series. Guys, let me know some scenes and stuff down below that you'd like me to dive into and explain why it is so great. I've got a lot of ideas on things that I want to do already, but I'm always open for more. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure and leave a like on it, as it really does help out the channel a lot. And if you are new, why don't you subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.